So Pat and I bid on the job as a regular drill. Nothing out of the ordinary. Based on comps from other properties on Shasta, we figured we'd had a fracture around 800 feet. The company wanted 3 holes drilled at the same time, so we had a team of 4 at each site.
I was supposed to run the drill at Site C. I thought the prep on these sites was pretty sloppy. Normally, we'd have a small team of geology graduate students come out and give us their best guess. They still call them prospectors, which I love. Graduate student prospectors. Seemed like a contradiction to me. But I always liked the kids they hired for these jobs. They loved the rock, and they were passionate about what we did. But on this job, those students, no prospectors. Seemed like the company was rolling the dice and spending money for no reason. Nobody looks at the ground and can tell you what's underneath it. Nobody.
So Pat's team was on the other side of the mountain. They were the first guys to recognize something was wrong. At 900 feet, they hit something so hard, it broke the bed. To be clear, that does not happen. These Swiss metals are so strong, nothing breaks them. I mean, nothing. And this thing was shattered when they brought it up. The next morning, all the teams met at Pat's site to review. Me, Bobby, Tom, and Anthony were late to the site because we stopped for breakfast. It was Bob's idea, and I don't think he'll ever forgive himself for making us late.
When we got to the site, there was no one there. At first we thought we were at the wrong site, but we had radioed Pat literally 10 minutes before we had gotten there, and he said they were all waiting for us. But like I said, when we pulled up, the site was empty. Just the trucks, the drill, the gear. It's as if in the middle of the dig, everybody simply walked away from the job. I mean, the gear was still warm, and the rig's engines were idling. At first we were kind of pissed off because it's really dangerous to leave shit like that unattended. But then we noticed the blowback trench they dug to receive the excess water. It was full. But it wasn't full of water.
I never saw anything like it. The trench was full of some kind of thick liquid. It had a consistency of oil, but it was white, almost as if the trench had filled with a thick white paint.
Anthony grabbed a branch, walked over the trench, and started poking this fluid. What was strange was that I distinctly remember the substance didn't stick to the wood. There was no absorbent quality to this fluid, which is fucking impossible. I told Anthony to back the fuck up and get away from the trench. Bobby told us we should get our gear on, so the 4 of us went back to the truck to change. When we got back to the site, maybe 10, 12 minutes later, the fluid was gone. It didn't evaporate, it wasn't absorbed into the soil, it's as if it completely disappeared. And we're talking about probably like 1,200 gallons gone within a few minutes. 2 days later, Anthony was dead.